Okay,
Hi.
so you go. Yeah, you go.
Pardon? I can still hear you, Christine. All right, this is Sherry Donnelly, and I'm coming to you live. We're going to be talking about vehicle expenses and receipts, just briefly, tonight. I will be sharing my screen tonight to just go over the PowerPoint, and you can take some information. These videos will be recorded and available on my website, on my Facebook page afterwards, so you can always review them again and get more information if you'd like. Okay, I'm going to start with sharing my screen. All right, so vehicle expenses. You need to keep track of your vehicle expenses in order to deduct them as expenses from your income. If you have a personal use vehicle that you use for business, you can deduct some of the costs of the vehicle from your income. However, you need to keep a log of the mileage that you use for business and the mileage that you use for personal, so that you can figure out what percentage of the cost you can deduct from your business income. There are some apps available to help you keep track of this. Now, I've done some research, and I do have, for the Android, there's 3 different ones that I looked at. Trip Log, Mileage Log Tracker. The second one is Vehicle Logger, Logbook. And the third one is Vehicle Logbook. And these are for the Android. Now, for the iPhone, I did find 3 as well. Again, the Trip Log, GPS Mileage Log Tracker. The second one was TaxBot, Automatic Mile Tracker. And the third one was Mile Tracker, Free Unlimited Automatic. Now, I'm not recommending any of these. You'd have to go and check them out for yourself and see if they would work for you. These all are free. You can find some that do cost money as well, and you may want to just research those and see if they work as well. So when you have your mileage, you need to take the mileage that you use for business purposes divided by the total mileage of the year for your vehicle, and that's the percentage of the expenses that you can deduct. So for example, if you used 1,000 kilometers for business and you used 10,000 in total for the year, then 10% of your costs you could deduct from your business income. These expenses include gas, maintenance, registration, insurance, and interest on your vehicle loan. If you lease your vehicle, you can deduct part of the leasing costs. Now, there's some very complicated formulas for figuring out how much of your lease costs you can deduct. You need to know the start date of your lease, the end date of the period that you're reporting on. For instance, December 31st, 2015. What were the lease charges during that year, that fiscal period? And what were the lease charges before that fiscal period? So if your lease started in 2014, you would take the lease costs that you paid in 2014. Okay, the number of days from the start of the lease to the end of the fiscal period that you're reporting on, and you need to know the manufacturer's list price. So then the CRA, in their infinite wisdom, have come up with this very complicated formula for figuring out how much of the lease costs you can deduct. And I'm not going to go into what that formula is. It's available on the CRA website, and it's probably something that your accountant would help you with. However, keep track of all of the things that I've talked about here so that your accountant can figure that out for you. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is receipts. And you need to keep all of the receipts for all of your expenses, for the home expenses, for the vehicle expenses, and for the direct expenses. These need to be kept for at least 7 years. So keep all of your receipts with your tax return. The other thing you can do is you can keep an electronic copy of the receipts rather than paper receipts. There are again, several apps that you can use on your phone for expenses. Expensify is one of them, where you can take a picture of the receipt and Expensify will help categorize that based on the name of the company that you bought something from. Okay? All right, so that's all I wanted to go over today. And was wondering if there might be any questions. Well, it doesn't look like there's any questions today. Those are the topics that I wanted to talk about. This will be recorded and saved onto my Facebook page so that you can take a look at it later. I will be doing another broadcast next Tuesday, be July 12th, and I will be talking about how to set up a CRA account. You need to have one of those if you're a taxpayer. Okay, well, thank you very much, and hope you join me again next week for the next broadcast. Thanks. Bye-bye.